Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. Tonight we have, surprisingly, episode 6 of LV-832, our Alien RPG actual play. I'm Pete and I'm Mother.
Hello, I'm Ben, and somehow my character Engels, the scientist, is still alive. I have spent my XP on becoming better at medical aid. No
Uh,
reason.
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm playing Shepard, the ex-Marine medic, and I spent my XP on ranged combat.
Hi, I'm Dan and I'm playing Mac. I was the best pilot, but now my plane can't fly anywhere, so I spent my XP on range combat.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm playing Alien Slayer Marshall Rose, and I spend my XP on a Clint Eastwood stare.
That's going to come in great with the xenomorphs.
which don't have eyes. I'm Mark. I forgot to spend my XP, but I don't think that's going to be relevant because I'm, for a short while at least, playing Holder, the company agent, who everybody wants dead.
Even
Including
me.
the audience, as it turns out.
I think, you know
Yes.
what? I think even I am hoping that he dies.
At the odds at the minute, it's 2-1 on Engels being the first one to die, and then you got even odds on it being Mac or Holder.
Yeah,
Just
excellent.
behind Engels, although Mark has just pulled even with Holder's just pulled even with Engels for who's going to die first.
Oh, and already in the chat we have 2 rerolls, one for
Yeah.
Engels and one for Mark.
It's a roll
For
off.
Holder. They put Mark, just in case.
Just in case Holder didn't make it.
Because he's about to be put down like old Yeller, said someone. Okay, right. Before we get into
I thought Old Yeller moved to a farm upstate.
Before we get into the recap, I would just like to point out that in the UK, particularly in my area, we're suffering from some storms right now. So if there's a few interruptions with my internet connection, or I suddenly have to leave the shed because I'm streaming from my shed, which has a hole in the roof, then there may be a brief interruption. But we're going to soldier on anyway, and hopefully the backdrop of a storm will just be atmospheric for what our players are about to get into today. Beowulf Reborn, thank you for following us. Excellent. So we are Twitch affiliates, so all of you Amazon Prime customers out there, don't forget you get 1 free Twitch subscription per month. Please throw that Garblag Games' way and support us to help us continue doing all this cool stuff on Twitch. We've been having a lot of fun on here so far. Oh, hello. Nared Nick Zika is following as well. Excellent. And
Psychomantium just subscribed.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Thank you very much, Psychomantium. We're going to get a hype train. Oh, hello. There you go. Sorry, it keeps popping up. I can hear it. You guys can't. This is an adult
voices.
certificate show. There are descriptions of violence, body horror, and lots of harsh language, which is definitely going to start from the beginning this week. Please don't forget. Please don't forget to go and check out all our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Insta, all those things. There's links down in the about if you're watching on Twitch. If you're watching back on YouTube, in the video description below, you will also find a link to our Discord, where we've got about 250 people getting together to talk about role-playing games, playing games together. There's a mapping competition where you can win a $25 drive-through RPG gift certificate, and all kinds of things going on there, as well as a channel dedicated to talking about this show and all our other shows. So that's loads of fun. Also, if I put them up, I'm not sure if you'll see them this week, but all the maps that we put in our shows go to our patrons. So please go and check out our Patreon. All those awesome people who support us, thank you very much. You are fantastic, and you make all of this possible, from all the software, the gear, the games, the kit and equipment, everything we have, down to you guys. So thank you very much for your support. And even if you don't want to sign up, there's a load of free stuff on there, so please go and check it out. Cool. Okay. we're going to need everyone to make an air supply roll first while I do a recap. So, last time on Alien LV-832, our party began the session split with Holder and Engels dealing with a xenomorph in a rover outside the alien monolith, and Rose, Mac, and Shepard having just escaped from the terraforming unit with an alien. Oh my god, Engels. You've got a reroll, mate. You've got a reroll. You can do it.
It's fine. I've still got one air left.
Okay, still got one air. That's cool. Had done a really cool barrel roll, skimmed an alien off the top of the ship, but then you escaped and went back to the colony to drop off the survivors, the technical crew that you'd picked up while you were there. Whilst you arrived there, you found out a few things. There's a problem with the comm relay. Something happened to it about half an hour before you got there, which means it's no longer transmitting out. A couple of people have gone missing, and the rest of them are holding up in the ops center and the living quarters to stick together and look after each other. There are a few sort of exchanged words, and I think Rose passed Cobb one of the last spare pulse rifle, saying you might need this, which Cobb appreciated. You guys then went off because you had heard a transmission from Engels stating that the planet was bad, you shouldn't come near, there's aliens all over the place, and they could hear in the background this tearing and rending noise as an alien was pulling Janevsky out of the rover, the poor UPP soldier, and dragging him off towards the monolith. At the same time, Holder was aware that there was a small, rapidly changing, what are they called? The little babies.
Chestburster.
Yeah, the chest burster. That's it. Thank you. In the cab, and you guys sort of flew over to go and catch up with them. There was some shenanigans going on. Suddenly there was a bioelectric field which disabled parts of the rover, and Engels got out to go and investigate. While he did, Holder suddenly had to contend with an alien at the interior door, climbed out, the alien jumped out, the ship arrived, everything started to kick off, people jumping out of the back of shuttles on ropes, flamethrowers, canisters of fuel, all kind of going a bit crazy. And in the midst of it all, the bioelectric field expanded. And Engels, you're now thinking this is not necessarily an EMP, but it's like similar to like a jamming field. It's kind of interfering with powerful electrical signals. Lower ones seem to be affected. So like your simple radios, because it's a very low energy system, it's just not being affected. This is kind of expanding out, and the shuttle crashed. There was chaos ensued. Holder had got up onto the shuttle, suddenly went berserk, started attacking Shepard. Shepard said, "I'm going to put my pulse rifle to his heart and fire," and he did. And then Mac got out of the pilot seat, turned around and shot Holder. Holder collapsed to the floor. Engels reported that he was covered in acid. Rose heroically dispatched the alien, and Engels, Rose, Shepard, and Jensen, who's the lieutenant of the Marines, ended the session by the rover near the monolith. And Mac and Holder were alone in the shuttle, talking to the others over the communication system. And Engels said they're discussing what to do with Holder. And Engels said, "Well, we may as well kill him," not meaning it.
Context.
And yes, well, there's all this going on. We can't carry him. We may as well kill, blah, 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 all this kind of thing. And then suddenly you all heard over the radio. And we shall begin. Mac, you're walking through the rain in I assume you've got a suit on now. Yep, you got your suit on. Everyone made an air supply roll apart from Holder. Yep. Okay. So you're walking through the rain. You put your gun, Sally, back in the holster. You got the incinerator unit slung over your shoulder, and the heat. It's quite hot, and the rain is kind of sizzling on it. And you're walking towards the rover, and you can see a collection of people around it now. And Rose is standing with his foot on an alien, with a pulse rifle in hand. Jensen is taking a picture of him. Shepard and Engels, I believe, were inside the rover. That's right, isn't it? No, next to it.
No,
Weren't you?
I was treating Engels.
Yeah, but were you beside the rover?
No,
or
next
I
to
was
it?
outside the rover
On the
because
floor.
it had
Yeah, okay,
burst
you'd
out
got-
of the rover. It was the one that was inside the rover that came out and got
That's
me.
true, and you've gone to the rover but not actually got inside.
Mm.
Okay, so you're kind of slumped on the floor.
Starting it up.
That'd be why. No, I'd already started it up,
Yeah, that was
Okay.
that was previous.
but from outside. That'd be why my air supply has gone down so horribly. then.
Absolutely. The acid has torn through your suit, and there's still kind of a smoke rising from Engels' body. At first, Mac, it looks like, Shepard's giving him his last rites, but then you can see that Engels is moving. But you approach and you walk closer, and all of you are aware suddenly of Mac being there.
What was the
rain is
gunshot,
pouring.
Mac?
What do you think the gunshot was?
I wouldn't
Jensen's
ask.
like, we don't have
Well-
time for this.
No, we don't. Let's get the mission done. We can't leave him here because he's going to get taken by an alien.
She nods. She nods. Whatever. I don't really care. She nods at Engels and Shepard. Can you help them? We'll cover the door while you get him up. We need him.
I will be fine. It's okay. I think I have some feeling in my left arm still.
What does nap relieve do?
Nap relief.
It stops you being tired. It is quite literally nap
Oh.
relieve.
Yes, I
Okay.
think it's if you haven't slept, you don't.
Okay, I've got.
You don't get the
I was
penalty
just
of
wondering. I've got
exhaustion
3
tiredness.
doses.
Yeah. You're not. Remember, you're not exhausted yet because you guys, even though we've had 5 sessions, you guys have only been up for like 7 or 8 hours, I think, since your cryo sleep. Where it's about 2 in the morning.
So we're perfectly well rested.
Jensen's looking strung out, tired. She's not injured, but she just looks knackered.
She could use some nap relief.
Have we got any flares?
You've got 1 flare left from the
I think
emergency kit.
we
inside.
Now it's not
Yeah.
the time for fashion.
Are there any flares in the shuttle? Because we didn't use any of those.
Yeah, Mac, you can have brought the emergency pack from the
I
shuttle
brought the
with you.
emergency pack. There you go.
3
This one I brought
flares,
earlier.
3 flares, and a med kit.
Here you go, guys. This was all that was on the shuttle.
And an emergency beacon.
Good.
Can I see an armament on Engels at all?
Yeah, I have this pistol.
Okay, I won't
It's
mention
not
the
very
fact I
big,
left a gun
but,
on the shuttle then.
Yeah, I have a service pistol.
Right then.
Were you having weight issues?
I might have been. Hence my pistol got left behind.
Shepard's like tooled to the
Loaded
nines.
down.
Have you gaffer taped the pulse rifle and flamethrower together? That's the big question.
If I was permitted to, then
I'm happy for you to do that, Shepard.
I'm 100%.
Okay, brilliant. Sorry, my computer's sending up signals.
Right,
think
can
there's
I
smoke
see
signals.
the video camera anywhere that we
It's
had?
lying on the floor. It's lying on the floor nearby. You think when
Right.
you know.
Oh, well, it was Holder that had it originally.
It got dropped in the fracas.
Oh no, that's right, because I was using it to take footage,
You've
wasn't I?
taken
Right,
pictures,
yeah.
but
So,
you got
yeah,
attacked, and then you.
I'll pick that up,
Yeah.
and I'll pick up my PDAP, what's left of it.
Yeah,
Can I gaffer tape them together?
You can, sure.
We got. Who's got the motion scanner?
Oh, I
I
can gaffer
I
tape
gave
that
it
to
to
it as
Mac.
well.
Mac, give me the motion scanner, please.
Doesn't it belong to Shepard?
Give him the motion scanner.
Sure thing. There's the motion tracker.
Give him the motion scanner.
I didn't point a gun at him.
By the way, Beowulf Reborn in chat said, Engels is too wounded. Get him, Mac. Mac the Merciless.
I think, props where they're due, though. Beowulf Reborn got up at 6 a.m. local time just to watch this stream. So
absolutely.
I'm going to
thank you for joining us.
I'm going to attach the motion
Well, in
scanner
which case I'm
to
going to
the
shoot
top of
Engels in the
my,
head.
I'm going to attach the motion scanner to the side of my plasma rifle.
Okay, you gaffer tape your.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're getting a little bit of lag on the visuals. The storm is interfering with my internet connection, unfortunately. But we're going to keep going because I think the audio is probably still okay. In chat, let us know if there's any major disruptions, but we're going to keep going. Okay, so there's lots of gaffer taping going on.
Okay.
And you're kind of and you're all tooled up, you're all geared up.
Can I use gaffer tape to create an extra layer of armor?
So who's got environment suits and who's got armor on? I've got an environment suit.
Environment suit.
I've just got a mask. I'm in combat armor.
I've got a third of an environment suit.
Yeah.
There
is another environment suit inside the rover. Remember, it had some gear inside.
I might have to change into that then, because this one is totally unwearable. I've had to strip off the actual suit part of it. And I was just using the helmet part for the breather. So if there's another suit, I will switch to that.
Yes, there is. And you clamber into that, and with the help of your friends, because you are quite injured, and some of your body is still tender from
I imagine the word tender doesn't quite do it mercy. It's horribly scarred.
Yes.
Do you think this whole process, this whole calming, cathartic process, will take more than 10 minutes?
I would say you guys have maybe 10 minutes of like gearing up. It's like a little montage, like.
Who's looking very stressed out?
Engels is pretty stressed. Yeah.
Don't get rid of my stress, though. It's the only thing that makes me succeed at anything.
I was going to say.
If whoever's looking the most stressed, I will.
You can't like die.
Yeah, but is someone like, oh my god?
That's Engels. Engels is looking like
all right,
worst.
Then I will use calming presence on Engels.
Okay, there you go.
Makes sense as well because you're tending to his medical needs.
Yeah.
Right? Good bedside manner.
You lose the stress.
God damn it! I needed that stress. That was keeping me going.
You're probably the one also helping him get into his suit, because you're very competent, but B, your experience of his wounds will allow you to do it more carefully.
You're not going to be quite as grimmed out by the horrible ridged pink flesh from all the acid burns.
He got a stress last week for it, so. Psychomantium, thank you for joining us, and farewell, and catch us on YouTube.
Oh, actually, if it's been 10 minutes, we actually all lose a stress.
Yeah, that's what Simon was saying.
Oh, yeah.
So
Ben loses an extra one.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my after my stress reduction. I'm going to use my binoculars to observe the entranceway.
Okay.
And
so while that's all going on, Rose, you pull your binoculars out, and you look through the rain at the front of the monolith. You can see that the entranceway is open, and inside, as I said, remember, there's a slight bioluminescence coming from within the walls of this monolith. It looks like bioluminescence to you. The material of these walls is glowing from within. Very faint blue, kind of almost like an aura. And you can see through the binoculars into the interior, the main lower chamber. And make an observation roll at just flat, because your binoculars cancel out the rain. You want to push?
I can't. I have to click on
you got nothing.
I got nothing.
Nothing.
You got nothing.
I'll push. I've not taken the stress away, so I'll just push.
Okay. Oh,
hey!
One success. Okay, so you can see into the interior, and it's fairly dim in there, but it's dark outside. So you can see opposite the doorway there are these three large, sort of oval-shaped cavities in the wall on the far side, which look dark inside. and lying on the floor in front of them is some pile of kind of gruesome looking stuff. You can't tell what it is from here, but it looks like someone dropped 1,000 pancakes on the floor at the foot of these things.
Delicious.
Go and have a try.
Try the pancakes.
That's all you can see. You can't see any movement. You can, as you're watching, you can see that the luminescence is very slowly, not pulsing, but like moving. It's a slight movement in the light. It's slightly brighter, moving up.
Okay, I'll describe this to
Yeah.
to Jensen.
What the fuck?
And then say, oh, are we all ready to move out?
Engels, who's been in there?
Myself and Holder.
Just the two of you? No other people have been in there?
Oh no, before we came, the Dust Malchian, the poor dead man.
Dimolanta?
Him too.
So Dale, Ross and Dimolanta went in here?
Yeah, they had gone in here. That's what, you can see the video if you like. The first part is a video from them. They have gone inside and seen these things, and
the fuck?
They did something to. Well, I think they knew something because they had gone in there, and the first two clearly knew something was going on, and Dimolanta did not know.
This is the guy with the book, isn't it? That book you got.
What book? What book is this? Is there a book
Space
about
Beast,
this?
She says.
Space Beast.
This, and didn't you give it to her?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen this
She
book.
takes it out. She goes, look.
This would have been valuable information for me to have had.
We just got here.
But how long have you had this book? Is this like
that Rose gave it to me on the way over. They just found it. They found it in his belongings while you were off. When you'd headed off already, they found this.
You'll forgive me. I thought this was one of those military secret things.
No, this belonged to the text that came out here.
Well, I wish I had some time to read it now, but
well, I've had a look.
Of time pressure.
I've had a read. It tells of a prison colony, a 3-world empire prison colony, where someone called Ripley arrived, and then all hell broke loose, and a xenomorph, or they say an alien creature, like attacked and killed everyone. But importantly, they told the story of LV-426.
May I take this for reading on the way back?
Passes it to you, and it's getting damp in the rain. And there's a little bit of blood on it.
Inside my environment suit.
She passes.
That's where they belong, isn't it? Inside people's environment suits.
Absolutely.
I'll have to keep you alive now, Engels.
So, from what I know of the video, sorry, I will share my information also. These 3 gentlemen went inside this monolith, and the Dimolanta one, he did not know anything about what was going on. He was with the other 2 because I think.
Let me see that camera. Let me see that camera.
Yeah. Let me rewind. I will run it through the screen on my PDAT. You'll be able to see better.
As you turn it on, you realise that there's another video.
There's another video.
You'd watched the last video.
Hold on, this is not the beginning. Let us go back further.
Okay, you see. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Ross. Yeah. Ross looking into the camera, like his face up close, and he's like, I've seen it. I know what's going on. Look at this. And he turns the camera around, and the camera pans around a room, a chamber, and this is not the room you'd been in before. This is a slightly smaller looking chamber with more oval-like recesses in the walls, with kind of darkness in them. And in the center,
this is a different room to the one I have seen before.
In the center of the room, there is some sort of raised, lipped, round dais coming out of the ground with a slight ridgy, bony structure to the edges of it. And he's like, that's nothing. This is nothing. And he turns around, and protruding from the wall is a kind of large arm with a chair on the end of it. And sitting in the chair is a large creature that looks like it lives in this chair. And it has a bony exoskeleton that is covered in dust and mildew and dirt. and he's like, but the camera is shaking, so it's clearly shaking and vibrating in like, and this arm is going, and Engels. That was the noise you heard in the.
I recognize that
before.
noise. This is the sound we heard when we were in the other chamber. So this chamber that we're seeing on the screen now is upstairs from the chamber we were in before. So potentially this is some kind of control chamber.
And then the camera goes down, and he's like, "What's that?" And he kind of like lifts his foot up, and there's a big stringy bit of resiny goo all over his foot, and he's like, there's this shit everywhere, and he like pans around, and now as you look up you can see that there is like resin and bony shapes and structures and ridges and ribs and more dark corners, and you're pretty sure you see movement, you're not sure, and then there's frantic gesturing and running, and you hear feet sort of clattering, and then it ends.
So it seems this is the first video and not the only ones they've shot. And then he has gone back to this monolith and taken the other two with him. This is Ross. And who did you say the other was?
Dale and Dimelanto went with him. So Ross is the first.
Dale.
Ross
and Dale. They were the crazy ones with the cutting and
they're the guys
stabbing.
that what Dale was captured. Ross is dead.
Yeah.
Rose took him out.
And they took Dimelanto with them. In the second video, and I'll play the second video. So look, you can see this Dimelanto, he does not know what is happening. He's like, oh, look, this is an interesting alien place. And then suddenly, boom.
Jensen's like looking at you. That's a different alien. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? That's huge.
Completely different creatures. These are completely different creatures. This is fascinating. This is amazing. 2 xenomorphic entities on the same planet. This suggests
you guys accidentally like triggered something when they went in there and like set this all off.
It could well be. I will need to get closer to see more. This is suggestive of some kind of diasporic event.
We just need to turn this EMP off so we can.
But from what I can tell, it would suggest that these smaller aliens, the attacking ones, they seem to be a lot more primitive. But this bigger alien, he has a chair, and the chair is moving. So perhaps he is the one with the technology, and they are simply some kind of parasite off of him that have come to this planet. They could be like
Engels keeps talking while all of you around him are like
let's go.
Gearing up and everything.
I'm going to remove my breather, stick my che root in my mouth, and light it. Okay. Not in a I'm using my special item like
just like
way. I'm just basically going in with my with my
Max does something similar, but he opens up his bottle of whiskey and takes a few swings.
Okay, well then you remove. Are you taking like a proper drink?
No, I'm not taking enough to remove stress.
Okay.
Just enough to remove a little bit of a jitter.
Okay.
After shooting hold on head and all the other bits. Yeah.
Okay. So
you're going first.
Shooting me must have been really stressful for you.
It was really stressful for me.
So the 4 of you and Jensen gather your gear and start walking towards the monolith. And as you do, the rain seems to almost lash into you stronger and harder, as if saying no. And in the distance, lightning crackles, much like it is around my shed tonight.
I was going to get some actual crackle.
I can see it like through the gaps in the shed. It's like freaking me out a bit. It's like boom. And in the distance, remember I said miles away, but in the distance, outlined against that stark white sky, suddenly you can see the 2 other monoliths in the distance. There's something wrong about their appearance, Engels. That just like, oh, they don't look the same as this one.
It's luck without it. I've got some binoculars, so that's.
Well, it's like a flash. Like when the lightning goes off, you can see that far, but then it's dark.
How frequent is the lightning? Because I will sit there and wait for a few seconds if I need to.
Okay, the lightning goes again, and it to you it looks like you got one of them. It looks like one of them is like damaged.
Okay. I think one of the other monoliths may be damaged. I don't know if this is relevant to our current investigation, but it may be something we need to bear in mind.
Oh, unless you can damage the other one.
Well, you're approaching now.
Yeah, I
As
will
you
need
get to the doorway.
analyze this one first, I think.
And as you get to the doorway, you can see inside this wide lower level with a ramp going up the side with a slot, a puckered slot all the way along the ramp up to the higher level. And it looks damp in here. Obviously the moisture from outside is coming in and it starts to cling to the walls and start to drip a little bit. And looking around, you can see these 3 large oval cavities in the far wall. They're so big, they're about 12 foot high and 6 feet wide. And they're so big in your current situation that they are dark inside. Because there's just this blue bioluminescence in the walls. And as you shine lights around, you can see that they're empty, but in front of them is a big pile of, it looks like the skin of the eggs, but clearly it was a much larger thing that may have been in these recesses and opened or fallen apart or fallen away, you're not sure. Off to the right, Jensen turns with the pulse rifle. There's a UPP soldier's body on the floor. And she turns to Engels and she says, I thought you said only those 3 guys went in here. Did the UPP come here?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I did not mention them. Yeah, the UPP had made
keep an eye out for those fuckers as well.
No, they are all dead.
Well, where are they? They had like a team.
Yeah, and they are all dead.
Well, there's one guy there.
There's one guy here. Their commander was in the crawler with us.
Right.
And the alien took him and he is dead.
And you said there was another one. Yeah.
Yeah, his scientist companion was in the back of the crawler and he had
3.
one inside his chest. And it ripped its way free of his chest, and then he was shot by his commander.
Was that one outside in a puddle as well?
There was one outside in the puddle.
Okay,
yes,
so that's 4.
This is 5.
4.
You are correct.
They operate in teams of 10.
So where are the others? I do not think they have survived in this room with the aliens. I suspect
maybe they didn't come to this monolith. Maybe they were tasked to go to a different one.
It could be so. It could just be so. As you say, we will not know. But I have another concern, and that is that I think the aliens may be trying to collect people. We have seen that they seem to gestate inside the chest cavity.
Well, that's the cheery thought, Engels.
So they're collecting people to, like, grow more aliens.
Yeah,
but where would they get all these eggs from? I mean, does that mean there's something laying these eggs?
I think it is probably too soon to jump to any kind of conclusion. I suspect it might be the case. Possibly they are like ants.
Hey guys, this is really.
Let's go.
This is really fascinating. But let's not hang around and talk about it.
Max standing by the ramp.
Let's get back in the ship. And let's go.
Okay, so as you all start going up the ramp, everyone please make observation rolls.
Oh, you better.
And who's got the scanner?
Me.
Okay, let me just get the motion tracker details up. What happened there? Who's Mac? That's great because you're like on edge and you're like his flamer goes off.
My one job, and I did it right.
Right, where are we? No, next page for vision devices. Motion tracker.
Panic 2. It's fine. Max starts whistling to himself.
Okay, Rose. The battery has a power supply of 5 on the motion tracker because Shepard was clever and charged it up on the shuttle.
Yeah.
So you have to make a power check every time you use it. Which means you roll 5 dice, like the air supply. It's a power supply check. Okay? And that allows you to sense ahead of you. No. 2 fails. 2 ones. So you lost 2 power off your... Yeah, I can't hear you, Simon.
Yeah, 2 power, yeah.
Yep. So you're down to 3. So clearly the bioelectric field in here is having some impact on your device. And you can see the little battery icon go.
Right. 5 dice is worse than my observation. So would I be better just not using it and using my observation?
No, because this will tell you if there's movement in a number of zones. Hang on. Long range in close quarters. So three zones, I think that is.
Okay.
Maybe 4. So you can like point it upstairs and scan. Now, as you're doing that, anyone who passed a Mac, okay, you're keeping it together, that's good. Anyone who passed hears a, and Mac, you're nearest the ramp, so you're like, wah! Yeah, but you're like, and the little flamer thing goes on the end of your incinerator. Rose, you pick up movement upstairs, like very briefly.
I got movement upstairs, people.
Engels, you got 3 observation.
I did,
what do you want to use your extra points for?
Because of my analysis talent, that confers a few extra little bonusy things.
Yep.
So how old is it?
Okay.
What is its purpose for this building? How does it work?
Okay.
How old is it? What's its purpose? How does it work? So everybody in short range reduces their stress by 1.
Ooh, look at that. That's handy.
Because we've got a brain box right here, y'all, who can explain this stuff to you. There's no need to be frightened. It's quite clearly this is what it's for.
So you've now been in this structure a few times, although fleetingly. You've seen a few videos of the interior. You've like touched the walls and had a look around and all that kind of thing. You think that this structure is very old, millennia. What was the next one?
So how old is it? What's its purpose? And how does it work?
This is clearly some sort of communication staging post. From what the information you've gathered from it, that's what it seems to be. And the last one?
How does it work?
There's a control center upstairs that you need to go and interact with. I'm sorry, you won't be able to glean that from.
No, that's fine. Yeah. But that's a lot of information right there.
Yeah,
which is great. Okay, I think I'm beginning to get a feel for this place, gentlemen and ladies. Sorry about that, Frau Jensen.
She gives you a look. Let's go. Who's going up first? She didn't say that, but she looks around with that look in her eyes. Who's going first?
Please try to avoid exploding anything upstairs if you can, because that may be the control area that we need to use to shut down this bioelectric field.
Oh no!
I'm just going to smile.
Okay, so Rose, you're going first.
I'll go first.
Okay, Rose. So you make your way up the ramp.
Okay. When I get near the doorway, I'm just going to open up.
There's no doorway. It kind of opens above you.
Is there like a? All right.
So it's like there's a hole above you, and you're kind of walking up to like emerge into it. But as you are approaching, you can see now that what is clearly not part of this structure, some sort of thick resin, possibly a secreted resin, has like formed up over areas of the interior, and you're kind of going up this ramp through an opening.
Yeah.
The edges of this opening are lumpy, ridgy, even more bone-like, and even more kind of organic looking and strange and slick with a moisture. And you realize as you're moving up, you're feeling that you're wearing a suit, aren't you?
Yeah.
Your suit registers that the temperature is increasing and humidity is increasing, and you start to like get some
condensation.
That's the word. Thank you very much.
I got the suit pulled back because I was smoking.
Yeah, he's smoking a cigar.
Oh yeah, you got your cigar. So okay, but your suit still registers
I got 10 minutes before I
still registers the temperature change. Yeah, sure. And as you sort of come up the staircase, you can see ahead of you this strange chair. You can't see the creature in it from where you are, and you'd need to go up into the chamber. But it's almost like there's one chamber, there's another chamber above with a ramp that gets you into the chamber. There's no like side corridors. It's like chamber, and then you don't know above that. So you can kind of see this arm, and it seems to be trying to move, and as if something is blocking it. So you can hear it go, and as it tilts slightly, you can see a space jockey inside the chair. This large creature with a bone-like protrusion, almost like trunk-like section coming into the front of its body. There's no exploded chest, and this thing looks ancient, fossilized, and it seems to be in some kind of large chair with like a big rig coming down in front of it. Clearly looks like some sort of computer interface, really old, really dust covered, but as it's moving as well, you can see that there's a lot of this resin sort of all over it.
Okay. I'm going to fire some rounds into the room.
Okay. Fire off, and you hear around you.
What are you doing?
I'm going to be looking in all directions.
All around from above, in the chamber above, you hear these movements. And at that point, we shall cut back over to the shuttle. Holder, there is a bullet hole in the side of the shuttle next to your head. And there is a radio and a packet of cigarettes that have been discarded onto your lap by Mac, as he gave you the look of, get the fuck out of here, I'm giving you a chance, you piece of shit. And you are lying in the shuttle on your own. The rain is hammering down, starting to come in, puddle a little bit by the entrance. And you've watched them all go, and you've smoked your cigarette, knowing that the colony has data on this monolith.
So, the colony, i.e. the main building?
The main building back at base, you could go back, or someone would be able to download the information about what you've seen.
Can the onboard computer on the shuttle access that?
You are under the effect of the bioelectric field, so your main computer is not working. Although your simple radio, because it's low power, is working.
So, would I be correct to surmise that I also therefore can't take off?
You can't take off.
But I did fix the crawler.
But the rover is functional in so much as you could turn it on and it would go in a straight line. At some point you'll hit a big rock, but it's got big wheels, so you'll go over most things, but eventually you'll hit a mountain. You know, it's like, remember the region you're in, it's very chaotic and bumpy everywhere.
Okay.
And you are severely injured as well. Your arm is bleeding. If you it's your right arm, because you're a lefty, and like blood all over the place. The bone and tissue, Ben, are severely damaged, and you're kind of like, what the fuck? You're broken, but you're no longer berserk.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
I've calmed down now that my arm's basically gone. Do I know any kind of frequencies or anything for the colony?
You know a colony frequency. You're quite far away, so you may not necessarily get a great. You may get a patchy com.
Well, I'm going to try because I think that's probably my best shot.
Okay. Right, we could have comped some Apaches. They would have been handy right about now.
I'm just going to try and open a com frequency to the colony. Hello, is anyone there? Hi, hello, is someone there? We're over by the monoliths, and there's some kind of a dampening field or something, and I need someone to come out and get me.
I'm Android.
Didn't receive.
Make a contact roll.
Oh, hang on.
And I think you've got a re-roll. I think someone gave you a re-roll.
Yeah, he did.
Although technically, when you're broken, you're not supposed to be able to make skill rolls.
Didn't you get patched up? Did someone patch him up? Okay,
No.
you can't make a skill roll. Okay, that's just, you're not going to be able to clear it up. Sorry, them's the rules. You are broken right now.
Okay.
I tell you what, I'll let you burn your reroll for a roll.
Ooh, okay.
But you won't get to re-roll it if it's crap. This is where you have a panic attack and you pass out in the shuttle on your own in the rain.
What, any modifier on the
Yes, -4.
Hang on, my Comtech is only 2 anyway, so what does that mean?
You get your panic dice, your stress dice.
Shit, I've got loads of them. So
you're just going to run away into the rain.
That is amazing. That is amazing. Four face huggers.
But
So
I did
good.
it. I did it.
You did
but
it.
I'm
You did
panicking
it.
now.
Yes.
Like, my panic has now gone.
No, you don't get another. You don't get another stress. You just roll a panic.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you're not getting 4 extra panic things. That would be
be
unreasonable.
nuts.
It's hard under these circumstances to differentiate stress from panic.
That's
Right, panic roll again.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Oh my God! You scream.
Wow.
You scream for a solid minute. You just
Oh,
scream.
it's cathartic though. You'll feel better after.
Are you going to insist that I actually do that?
It says you scream your lungs. No, not in. You don't have to do it as a player.
On stream.
No.
A method, darling.
No. You scream your lungs out for 1 round, losing your next slow action. No shit. Your stress level is decreased by 1.
Oh, you
There you
did say
go.
it's cathartic, Ben.
You've got it. It's cathartic. But every friendly character who hears your scream must make an immediate panic roll. Everybody else, make an observation roll. -4. Okay, Holder, you scream, and as you're screaming, the radio clears momentarily for about a round.
Sorry if I was doing stuff on the thing. Is it just me, or does anybody
One time I don't need to succeed.
Does anybody else find the stress level thing?
Beowulf Reborn's put, radio doesn't work properly, tries to clear it up, just screams into it instead. It's like, oh, it's working.
Well, if I scream loud enough, they might hear me.
Oh, Shadowhawk
That's what my nan used to
472,
do when
thank
she
you for
was
following us.
There's a lot of scared
phone
colonists
to,
right
like,
now.
the Middle East, she'd shout and talk louder into the phone because they were further away.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
it must work.
Yeah. Right. So where were we?
I'm screaming.
I heard him.
Mac, you didn't make your observation roll.
No, I did. You said -4. That's what happens when I have
Do you not have any
-4.
stress?
No, I'm stress-free at the moment.
Wow, I'm stress-free
Stress-free.
for now. Yeah.
How does that
Wait
work?
about 10 minutes. Okay, right. Engels, distantly in the behind you, because you're last to go up the ramp, because you're like the scientist guy. Just, we're not switching to you yet, but you heard him scream. Right, Holder, you scream, and you hear a voice, but you can't talk. You're just screaming. But remember, they won't hear you screaming unless you're
Because they're in
pressing the
space.
I'm in space. No one can hear me scream.
We got it in. Excellent. You hear, hey, this is Lee's. Can you hear me? Who is that? Who is it? We can't really. The line is so bad. You guys, what's going on out there? We're picking up some weird readings, and there's kind of all kinds of shit going on. We've had a communication from the Gould's android. He's it's heading down to the surface in their dropship.
I can't respond to that, can I? I'm still screaming.
You're still screaming. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You now stop screaming. I'll let you stop screaming. That's kind of.
Hi.
Hello? Oh, must be a
Lee's, it's Holder. Where the fuck are you?
Holder. What? We're holed up in the op center. We're holding out. couple of guys have gone missing, and we haven't been able to get through to the people in the living quarters for the last 10, 20 minutes. I'm fucking worried, man. First Hiller and Woodruff, now the others. I'm just hoping that this android can come down and get us all out of here.
Okay, Lees, just relax. What I need you to do is get your
Holder, make an observation roll.
Oh. Sorry, I'm on a laptop and I have to have everything.
It's okay. It's okay.
Observation, did you say?
Yes.
I can't even find it. That's how poor my observation is.
Right inside.
Right.
Middle circle.
Oh yeah.
Width.
I assume also at a disadvantage.
No, just roll.
Oh fucking hell.
Okay, you hear, and the reason you freak out is you hear something moving on the outside of the shuttle.
Right, hang on. Let's roll that panic.
And you panic. Or do you? Oh, you do, but is it bad? 9. You drop the radio.
Oh, fuck the radio.
And it goes off, as in it switches off and hits the floor and skitters across the iron grill of the base of the shuttle. And you hear around the outside, and you can hear it's approaching the back entrance to the shuttle.
Is it open?
Yeah, it's open. The rain's coming in. They left it open. Mac left it open.
Right. So is it like a hatch?
So it's like the back
It's like a
wall of
hydraulic
the shuttle goes.
Are the controls?
They're near the door. You can like drag yourself. Remember, you can like crawl at the moment.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and kind of drag like using my fingers in the
grills. Yeah.
Oh, I've only got one arm. All right, hang on. I'm gonna pull myself along.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay.
And
okay.
Shuffling my feet as well to try and get closer to it.
Okay. Let's have a now you can make an attribute roll, can't you? Let's have a strength. Let's have a strength roll.
Oh, is that further down? No.
I think to make a strength roll, it's the top one in the center 4. You just have to do roll 3d6. So use the roll buttons at the top to press 3d6.
Oh, 3d6, got it, yeah.
Oh no, that's not right.
But it will tell you that it's a 5, 3, and 4.
Oh,
5, 3, and 4.
5, 3, and a 4, so no successes. Okay, you're like pulling yourself along by one arm. The rain is coming in, and as you sort of get halfway to the controls, the rain is lashing on your head, and it's making the grill slippery, and your hand is kind of slipping and sliding, and you're pulling your way along. And you're like, and you can hear the singer, and as you look up, you see the head of a xenomorph lean over the edge of the doorway, and it goes, and its little mouth goes, and just flex and then go back in, and you're like, trying to pull yourself up to the controls, and you're kind of getting there, and you reach your hand up, and then the camera cuts to the alien, and there's a and Holder is killed by the alien.
Dun, dun, dun.
The mouth strikes, and there is a scream. It comes out of Holder from somewhere inside his bowels. Not quite all the way up, out through his mouth, and it's just like, and the back of your head explodes, and blood sprays across the wall, and the bullet hole of where Mac shot earlier on, leaving you to your death. Okay. We shall cut over back to the monolith. But first, I'm going to have a quick break. I need another drink. So please don't go anywhere, everyone. Please stay with us for the second half of our Alien show. Hopefully everyone's enjoying this. And guys, we're going to have some fun.
Airwolf Reborn is the winner of the Who's Going to Die First sweepstake.
Okay, there you go. Excellent. Excellent. Please Forever 1974 said, 1 down, 4 to go. Okay. Okay, cool. Right. We shall... Beowulf's put, this slow, pathetic demise of the company agent is the greatest thing I've ever watched on a live stream. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Right. I'm going to go get another alcoholic beverage so I can murder everyone.
It is the rest of us.
And we shall see you in but 5 minutes. So please don't go anywhere. Just go and refresh your drinks. Get more popcorn, whoever it was with the popcorn earlier on. And we shall see
someone
you.
watching with popcorn.
Yeah. We shall see you very soon.
I think we hit the pinnacle when people are watching us with popcorn.
I know. That's it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Right. We shall see you all very soon. Hello, here we go. Right, we are back. Thank you for bearing with us. I always say like 5 minutes, it's probably more like 15 minutes or something. If you're watching on YouTube later, I've cut that bit out. Right, okay, cool. So we just had the sad demise of Holder in the shuttle.
Oh, it wasn't that sad.
It wasn't that sad. And now we cut back to the monolith as Rose has just... you said a few shots. You weren't doing like a full auto.
No. I'm expecting something's in there, and I wanted to get a reaction out of it.
Okay. How does your motion tracker react to that?
Well, as you're firing, you can't really check it at the same time. But you can do it afterwards if you want to.
No. I don't need my observation's great. A bit better enough.
Okay. Well, you all hear the shifting, seething noise around and above you, and you are concerned. Let's put it that way. You hear lots of noise above you.
Well, but fuck, Rose. God knows we ain't doing stealth no more.
Do you really think stealth was going to work against them?
Well, I thought it might give us a fighting chance.
I'm gonna basically. I've got my pulse rifle on a sling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pull my revolver out in one hand. I'm going to pull my magnum out in the other hand, and I'm going to walk forwards, just shooting. I'm going to say, "We got to go in, guns blazing."
What are you shooting at?
Well, basically, I'm just shooting
the
into
walls,
the space,
the floor.
You're just like shooting.
I'm just going to glance at Mac and say, and I thought you were the Texan.
Okay, Jensen is following up behind you, but she's like, whoa, wait. Before, as you pull the guns out, she's like, hang on. Let's at least be slightly tactical about this. Let's go together. Let's cover each other. Don't just run in there shooting guns. They'll pick you up off the ceiling. These fucking things are nuts. We have to think about it.
So
yeah, but you're just running in and firing your guns at that thing over there, she says. Now she's standing next to you. And you realise you're now in this weird situation where you're having an argument with someone on a ramp in the middle of an alien monolith that you know there's creatures ahead of you and something else. Okay. She said, look, there's something in there we have to go and find. Don't just run in shooting guns everywhere. Let's get Engel up here. We'll cover him. We'll get him in there.
Did you see how fast that
Please
thing...
do not break the technology.
We basically, we've got to get it in. We've got to get one shot and everyone just unload into that thing.
Into what thing?
Well, did you not see the creature that came and attacked us? It's got to be one of them.
One of those xenomorphs, things that Engel said.
Yeah. The one that I just shot.
that station, like you're both looking at this creature, this dead, is clearly dead.
Yeah, this creature is stationary.
Yeah.
But there's something up there.
There's something in there, there's something moving, but you don't know where it is. There's no point expending ammo if you don't have a viable target.
Okay, basically, if I shoot what's in front of me, right? If I'm just shooting in front of me...
You're looking at me right now, so don't.
If the thing appears in front of me, it's getting shot.
Engels, get up here. We need you to get... Well, look, Rose.
We need everyone up here right now.
Don't freak out. Come on. This is a stressful situation. We need everyone up together. Let's cover each other. Don't waste ammo unless you need to. If you just start shooting everywhere, you might see whatever looks like an alien and start shooting the walls and you're wasting valuable ammunition. We don't have a load of ammo.
Mac turns to Engels and goes, "Hey, Engels, based on your scientific opinion, would you say that these aliens have acted in any normal fashion? Or have they acted more like insects protecting a hive?"
Well, I think that's a bit of a reach. I would say they're doing more than that. They seem to be harvesting and collecting as well. There certainly seems to be a hive element to their behavior, but that's not the important thing right now. We need to get over to this console.
Let's just get in there.
Important
Kill
for this very
anything that
reason.
moves.
You guys all move up the ramp, and you can all now. You're sort of halfway up the ramp. You can now see the space jockey in one of these chairs, but this one isn't mounted in the room. It's mounted on an arm that's kind of extending and trying to move towards the center of the room, but it can't move. Something is blocking it.
Something is blocking the path of. I mean, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say this is some kind of control or piloting chair, but it's not piloting because this monolith is designed as a communications outpost.
Look, let's just get in there, kill anything that moves, and turn this damn thing off.
Yeah, well, we might need to turn it on so we can turn it off. I think this is passive defense mode.
Turn it off and on again.
Whatever. Let's just disable the damn field, get in there and kill anything that moves that isn't us.
I'll check my scanner as we walk in.
You're getting strange readings from all over.
Covering each other. I'm getting strange readings.
But then it's like very, very, very minor ones, like the same kind of thing you get from like a door moving, or Shadowhawk 472, thank you for subscribing. Before you saw a lift moving and a door opening and that kind of thing. It's like that in that chamber up there. You can pick up the chair moving and it's still trying to do it, and every now and then it's almost as if
what's stopping it?
It's kind of on the other side of the arm, and you'd have to get close.
Okay, well,
have a look.
We're getting close, aren't we? Because we're supposed to be heading that way.
You're approaching.
I shall start heading that way, and since they've all said they're going to protect
I think
me,
Rose and Jensen will go first.
Yes.
Yeah. So you approach the entrance to this room, and you can all feel and tell that it's warmer in here. And as you go in, the entranceway is kind of lined with this thick resin. Looks like it would be clear, but it's kind of so thick that it's kind of whitey, opaque, milky.
Is it almost the stickiness? Is it almost like the things we saw?
A little bit, yeah.
Can I snap some of the resin off and pocket it?
You can. Yes, you can. And as Please Forever 1974 said, but it's a Drade. So you kind of come up into this chamber, up this ramp, and as you kind of come up, you look around you, and you can see into a large round chamber, and on the other side of the room, there's another ramp going up, and the room is kind of tapering towards the top, as you know it does from the outside. The monolith kind of comes up it kind of curves away and to a point, a dull point, not a sharp point. And this large chamber around you looks like it was once originally very similar to the ground floor. It has this kind of ridged, technological looking feel to it. It's very warm.
I'm going to be recording.
Sure.
The whole time.
In the middle of the room, there's like a raised, it looks like a dais of about 1.5 feet, of like a slightly angled protrusion up from the floor. And the arm that is protruding from the wall is sticking out from the large slot that actually extends all the way down the wall, down into the lower floor, and beyond and up the ramp to the upper floor. It looks like it's trying to maneuver or extend itself out into the room, and the reason it can't move is there is resin everywhere. Looking around you, there are 6 dark oval chambers around the wall. These large oval chambers. They look like kind of recesses, and they are dark to your eyes right now, and around them and between them this resin is kind of being poured and grown, and it's quite dark in here. Downstairs there was this luminescence, up here less so, and just your lights kind of scanning around are all you have to kind of see what's going on. And as you kind of get up to the top of the ramp, you can see that there's a large piece of like resin that's blocking the arm from extending out into the room. And it looks like you could lever it out of the way. As you get closer, this large chair, this large kind of scoop-like chair, half egg-like thing with an arm.
Did you say it had like a console on it?
Well, let me describe. Sitting into it, like in the first Alien movie, there is a space jockey, one of these large creatures. Let's not talk about engineers right now. Let's talk about space jockeys. And this creature looks like it lives inside this chair, like it's part of this chair. And it has this kind of bony, looks like an exoskeleton. It looks like it's calcified now or like long dead.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yeah. And from where the arm mounts into the wall, there's like a protrusion that comes up and over, and there is some kind of screen mechanics, something in front of it. It has arms, but it doesn't have any visible legs, and it looks like it is part of the chair. The machinery looks dead. There's no like lights on. It's definitely machinery. It's definitely some sort of computer interface. It looks very different to what you're used to. Lots of kind of ovals, spheres, those kinds of shapes, knobs, levers. Less of a view. There's no kind of screen. Doesn't look like there's a screen to it at all.
Okay, I need to climb up on this guy's lap then, so that I can access the console. Gentlemen, I'm going to need to try and access that console. Could somebody do something about this resin that is blocking the chair? Because I think it may help if the chair has mobility to be able to access some of the controls.
Jensen looks around at everyone and then goes, moves around to the other side.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. I mean, it's still quite a big chamber. Remember, the one downstairs was a big chamber with a big ramp, lots of space. This is still a big chamber. It's probably 50, 60 feet across. So it's like a large chamber, and this arm seems to be trying to come out into the center of it. And the corners and the recesses are dark. There's ridges. There's kind of resin being like
Shepard, can you assist me in getting up onto the space chair, man?
Sure, I'll sling my gaffer-taped rifle / incinerator.
Okay.
Mac, keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
Oh, they're as peeled as they can be, man.
So, Mac, you're looking around the room, yeah?
Mhm.
Rose, Jensen, Shepard, and Engels all approach the chair. And as you do, this alien creature, the existence of another kind of, this is clearly a very different creature to the xenomorph creatures that you've been fighting. This is like a whole nother thing. This thing has technology. It clearly is an intelligent, or was an intelligent creature when it was alive. And this realization of like alien life, sentient alien life, gives you all 1 point of stress. It's like nothing you've ever seen, or anyone
Back up to 7
has ever seen. And Shepard, you give a boost up to Engels. And Engels, we have a little shot from far away, and Ridley Scott's children are climbing over a set. And you clamber up on top of this creature, and as you get up, there's like a musty, residual, clinging scent that kind of filters in, even through your suit. For some reason, you're like, the filters on your suit or something are, I don't know, you're like, maybe it's your own sweat and body or something. Maybe your adrenaline's kicked up a notch. You're just like, you're feeling very different. Maybe you're super excited about this amazing discovery that you have right in front of you, this creature. And its head is huge. Its head is like this big in front of you, and it's like 30 foot tall.
A cranium of this magnitude is quite significant.
there seem to be two major controls on the sides of this technological console, and they look similar size to its hands.
Okay, now I'm going to reach out my diddy little human hands and try and access.
Okay,
the
so you're like
controls.
doing this, Rose. You're pulling the resin off the side of the chair.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like get the butt of your gun in and like lever it off. And it's like that bit where Ripley pulls the stuff off of Newt. You know, it's like that kind of gooey shell-like stuff, and it sloughs down onto the floor, and the arm goes and starts moving, and you have to kind of get out of the way because it's clearly a strong mechanical system that would, brush you aside. Shepard, you're suddenly standing like, whoa, and this thing moves away from you.
As soon as he's up, the rifle's coming back out, and I'm looking around.
Sure. Okay. Mac, Shepard, please make observation rolls at -3.
Balls.
Engels, you are suddenly on a strange kind of fairground ride as this kind of large creature, almost like a bronco, like kind of it moves. It's not rocking side to side or anything, but just the fact that it starts moving when you weren't anticipating it, you're like, whoa.
I mean, we got.
Okay.
That's not a good sound. Why
Okay.
do I get the feeling things are not going as well as we could have
Okay.
hoped?
Shepard, you heard like a shifting noise. You're not sure where it came from, but you think it was up in the walls over there. It's really dark. You're having trouble seeing.
I've got a lamp pack.
Yeah, you'll need to go closer to like get the light actually on. At the moment, you're just like panning a light around, and you're seeing shapes and you're seeing outlines, but you're not seeing detail because it's quite oppressive in here. Shepard, you just got a reroll from Please Forever 1974.
Cool, thank you.
Sharadell saying, "Good luck, team." And
I'm not
realizing
that.
it's like a strange oppressive darkness. It's almost like the bioelectric field is dampening the battery power of your torches and lamps, and it's restricting the lighting of what you're doing
My first
to a short range
hypothesis
around you.
was that the xenomorph creatures were generating the bioelectric field through the monolith. But actually, it would seem to be the other way around. The monolith is generating the bioelectric field, and the xenomorphs are attracted to it.
And as you say that, the arm maneuvers into the middle of the room, over the dais, and there's like a, and suddenly above you, Engels, filling your eyes and your mind, springs into life a holographic representation of the Milky Way galaxy, and all of you are suddenly stunned. This light
That's what happens to my mind as well.
fills the room, and you're like, whoa. You're knocked back. You're like taken
Has this lit up the room?
aback. Wait a moment. Because you're all drawn to it momentarily. So much so that it consumes your perception for a moment. And Engels, who's looking at it? Everyone's looking at it. Everyone make observation rolls, and I'll give you some.
I mean, I had my
detail.
back to it. But
Okay,
now I'm
Mac.
looking at
Right.
it.
Okay. In which case, I'll talk to you in a moment. But if everyone else is drawn to it, bear in mind this will mean you are drawn to it, and your perception is consumed.
I would literally just glance at it.
Okay, so your roll doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
so
So if
looking
everyone
at
else
the
is
thing.
trying to ignore it,
I'd be far too interested in not dying or other people not dying.
Engels, I think you've got a reroll, haven't you?
I've got 2 rerolls.
Okay.
I'm going to use one of them
Okay.
because you're shitting me.
How many dice are you rolling? And you
All of
didn't
them.
get any successes.
I
14
got
dice.
14 dice, no successes. Statistically impossible.
Why don't you? Here's an idea for you. Why don't you not re-roll 6 of those stress dice that didn't get a panic on them? Or is that boring?
No, I'm going to use a reroll, which is a.
Oh, you got to re-roll the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah,
go
I've
for
got.
it. Yeah.
Is there any modifiers? I forgot to ask.
No modifiers. You're just there, standing, looking at this thing.
That's a bit more like.
Okay, cool. 3 successes. So, this Milky Way galaxy, boom, explodes into the room above you. And in one corner, in one arm, in one twist of the galaxy, you can see a small green pulsing light. And from that light, you see little lines tracing out. And because you've made 3 successes, I will allow you to either ask your questions or know something fundamental.
I will take the fundamental, I think.
That green light is the planet you are standing on right now. And you see lines tracing out from it and reaching other worlds. You see 7 lines tracing away. One of those lines suddenly turns into a dotted line in a strange curve down to another world, which you think might be LV-426.
I will video the crap out
And
of
these
it.
other lines spread out and reach other planets. And that fills your perception for a moment and fills the room with light and all of you standing. So Shepard and Mac were, I think, one side of Engels, and Rose and Jensen were the other because they were moving the resin off. So Shepard, Mac, you're standing there looking around the room, and as the light fills the room, you both see an alien. It's like on the wall. It's like they haven't had enough time to like juice up the whole room to be full on, like I can hide in the walls. But it's like close, and like for a moment you're like, and it looks up at you like, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Wait. Rose and Jensen watch as from one of the large oval cavities, a large head protrudes, and the face pokes through the hologram in the center of the chamber and looks at Engels, and this huge head with a large crest coming back from it looks at you and goes,
Get away from me, you bitch.
Nice.
and I think we'll have initiative. So this should be fun. Yeah, the surprise on Engels' face as this hologram, this beautiful, beautiful hologram in front of you, is broken by the Queen alien's face. This thing doesn't look quite as big as the. I'm just going to recall all of the cards.
Oh, yeah, you need to recall all the old ones, don't you?
Shuffle after recall all. Right, let's deal. Deal 1 card.
Are you dealing or are we drawing?
I'm dealing.
Okay.
Everyone apart from Mark. Sorry, Mark.
Don't say things like that or he'll end up being allowed to play the Queen.
Oh,
Well,
crap.
Mark, do you want to roll for the aliens when they do their attacks?
Right.
It's literally like you just have to roll a d6 and it will just say, and then I will say what it does. But it will mean that you get to like join in the combat.
Yay!
Right. Let's go to the
I'm
map screen.
Or not.
Briefly. Go to the map screen. I'm just gonna. Where are we? Where's that map? Where's the map?
Yay! Matt got 1.
Right. I'm just going to show our viewers, if any of you haven't been with us previously. This is the colony map, the planetary map for LV-832, which is a small region of Kazakhstan. Right. Okay. So where are we? I have a. Oh no! I need multiple cards, don't I? Because I need to roll. I need to have an initiative card for each
attack.
So what
Oh,
I'll do
yeah.
is I need to
Oh,
deal
yeah.
myself 3 more cards. So I'll just do that now. I won't rob Mac of his 1. That would
Don't
be
rob me
harsh.
of
Damn
my
right
two.
you won't.
Deal
Yeah, don't rob me of my
3
two.
cards to Garblag. Okay, so right, let's all put our cards on. Who got 10?
I did.
Right, so don't move them because remember I position them beneath your faces on the overlay so that people know when you're going. Right. 2. Who got 2?
I got 2. Simon got 2.
Okay. Okay, let me just put my mine down here. I think I got. Who
Oh,
got?
Mac just got a reroll.
Mac just got a reroll. There you go, Mac.
Mac gonna need that reroll.
Right, who got? Did someone get a 5 or a 7?
I got a 7.
You got a 7. Okay. Right. Okay.
The 5 must have been yours.
Yep. So I got 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay, excellent. Right. Reroll. Please reroll for everyone. We will save this team, damn it. Everyone's rooting for you guys. This is awesome.
Why were all the rerolls?
Come on,
So
we can do
Rose
it.
got a reroll, and World Builder just gave the damn Queen a reroll. Okay, right. So
That's in case she succeeds, chaps.
Mac got 1 too. Mac got 1 too. So Mac and Rose got a reroll, I believe. And Shepherd. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've got
cool.
one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Right, here we go. So we might go a little bit late tonight, guys, but we will.
No, we won't.
keep-
We'll all be dead in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, give it a second.
Well, we'll see. Okay, let's go. Right. So initiative
The
order.
rerolls are all coming out of the woodwork now.
Yeah. Oh, blimey. Yeah. Everyone's just going. I think everyone's been saving them up for this episode. Right. Okay. So initiative 1.
Boy.
Right. What are you doing, Mac?
Right. Did I see the Queen? I'm assuming it's a Queen.
No.
Is it a Queen? Or is it...
No,
it's a
you
Praetorian.
are.
Oh, you saw the one I saw.
I mean, you
Yeah.
see an alien, you're like, fuck. So,
Yeah,
like,
then
that's
I-
going
I-
on behind you. You don't even care.
Yeah. So I don't even care. Yeah.
No.
I think Mac would just be like, I can see this in front of me. Like Mac's not a trained soldier. He's not looking for anything else. He's just going to set it on fire.
Okay, so describing the zone. You guys are in the central zone, and then there's a
Mhm.
zone either side of you. There's 4 around.
Mhm.
Okay, the map.
Okay. So medium range. Would that hit the thing in the wall?
I'm guessing.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
That's is that your flamer?
Yeah. The
Your
incinerator. Incinerator.
Incinerator.
I mean, I assume I can still take aim with the incinerator, even though it's technically like just.
It's a ranged weapon, isn't it?
I love
Yeah.
the technical.
Yeah. Let me just check.
It sounds like
counts.
my players from Path of the Pilgrim trying to talk Ignan.
Oh,
yeah.
we're pros.
Can I say, everyone watching now, watch Path of the Pilgrim. It's fantastic. The guys do some awesome role playing. And last session, the way people described the languages that they were talking was just great. And when someone said, "I'll do Aquan," and everyone just went at the same time, it was like it was brilliant.
Yes,
It was like-
Ashadel, that's the shopping channel.
That is the shopping channel. That's our QVC. Right, heavy weapons, incinerator unit, range medium, damage 2, weight 1, fire intensity 9. Okay, so you need to roll to hit it.
Yep.
And then we'll do fire intensity 9.
Can he aim like yours?
Yes, you can aim because it is a ranged weapon. However,
Cool.
that will take up your fast action.
That's fine.
Okay.
I only care about trying to burn some alien in front of me. Right.
Sharadale said,
Aiming's +2, isn't it?
it is +2, yes.
Burn!
Let's go.
Whoa!
Oh,
Can I add all of that to damage, please?
I think you can. So,
You
Plus
say,
three damage.
whoa, this
now wait,
alien on fire.
wait. Hang on. Because flamers work slightly differently, don't they? We have to roll. It's damage 9.
So it takes damage and then it's an
And then I
fire
roll
intensity
9,
afterwards.
don't
So
I?
you roll
If
9,
it takes damage, it then catches fire.
but you get your 9 damage dice will allow you to do. Do you even roll to hit then? I don't think you roll to hit. I think you just roll.
You just roll 9 dice.
Yeah, so you
It's
can't
area
aim with a
effect weapon.
flamethrower. So you
No,
can't
you
aim
just
with a
roll
Yeah.
9.
flamethrower. So you roll 9 dice, right? And what happens is you do a base damage of 2, and every success above that, you get an extra point of damage. It then has 5 armor against fire that it rolls to negate your damage.
So do you not roll stress then? On flaming weapons.
No, I don't think so.
If it's area effect, maybe not.
Hang on.
But hell, even the first 9 dice you've got there have got 3 successes in them. So
Yeah.
I think it's just a like you're going, you know,
just,
kind of
no,
thing.
because it doesn't see it. There's no way you can
Yeah.
panic from firing it. Seems like
Because you're
decent,
very
but-
confident that you're burning somebody else other than yourself.
Because you're pushing
That's
in
a
the right direction.
is a very good point. You can't see if you panic. However, what we'll do is we'll say Mac hasn't panicked because you didn't roll a panic, but that's not your damage roll. So we'll roll 9 dice for the incinerator, and it's base damage 2, and that's what you do.
Okay, all right. So you want me to roll 9 dice, yeah?
9 dice, and
Okay,
it does
what I'll do-
it does 2 damage plus 1 for every. Let's have a look.
Oh. Just ignore the yellow dice, but there's...
1.
There's only 8.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
damn
enough
it.
dice.
Damn it.
You need to roll another one.
What do you know what it was last time?
Just roll 1d6, Dan.
That's a good idea.
Right.
I'll do that.
and then push the roll.
He's got a free reroll.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you know what, that was a terrible roll. So
Just do a reroll.
Yeah, just reroll apart from the one that you succeeded.
If you
That's
do the
it.
reroll, it's not push. The reroll
Yeah.
is just reroll.
Oh yeah, but my character actually gets a free push when it comes to agility once per thing. So I don't know if I want to use it now or.
Just use your push then. Just use your free push.
Yeah, you may as well.
And keep your
Okay.
reroll.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the late stage of an Alien film. There's not a lot of point in saving
Just
rolls.
roll 8 more
Okay,
dice.
I'm going to re-roll everything but the one success.
So 3
Mhm.
successes.
Yay! Burn, you motherfucker!
8 damage.
Okay.
So 5 damage.
So a fire is measured in intensity. Blah blah blah. Roll a base number of base die equal to the intensity. For every die success rolled, you suffer 1 point of damage. If you take damage,
Then you're on fire.
this doesn't quite add up.
Rog, someone said, suffer not the alien to live.
Mm-hmm.
I
Purge
agree.
in the
Where's
name of
Jane,
the Emperor.
Janov in the
Alien.
chat? Because Janov knows all the rules to
You've
this.
got, you've got to roll your 5 dice. And if you don't roll 3 successes, you're on fire.
No, because it's plus 2 damage because it's an incinerator.
So
2
it's 5
damage
in
plus
total.
1, so you got 3 damage.
So 5.
Yep.
With the plus 2 from the
It's
incinerator unit.
not every hit does 2
2
damage.
plus 2. No, so 4.
Oh,
So
it's
2
4,
plus
sorry.
2. 4 damage.
No, 5. He kept
You're
Oh
on
the-
yeah,
your
because I
one.
do remember I kept my success from my before
Yeah.
one.
It's a push.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
5
okay, yeah,
damage.
sorry. 5 damage. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna roll
5 armor dice.
5 dice. None. So 5 damage.
Hey, you got 2 space cubes.
Sorry?
You have to panic.
Oh yeah, the alien's really gonna panic for you bunch of soft humans coming
Yeah,
into the room.
I mean, I literally just set it on fire. I mean, if that was anything that was going to make it panic, that would be it.
If anything, it's gonna
It's
make
still
it come
got
and
more
tear you a
health
new
than I
asshole.
Yeah, there's that as well.
Right,
Ugh.
hang on, I'm just getting to the right, xenomorph. There's so many xenomorphs in the book. You're like, wow.
The good thing about the xenomorph is because he has 2 activations and he has to roll fire damage at the start of his activation. Essentially, he rolls fire damage twice in a round because he has 2 activations.
No, it's not every activation, it's every
It's
round.
beginning of the
Yeah,
round.
it's beginning of the round. They
Alright.
they take
Yeah,
it.
the fire is now the alien's fire, not Mac's fire.
It's not your fire.
Mac has gifted that fire to the alien, and now
Yeah,
the alien has
absolutely.
to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, but this is just like, this is an alien that's bred to protect the queen. So, we'll see how that goes. How much damage did you do, sorry?
5.
5.
Mm,
Well done. The thing screams horribly. And like, that elephant. And like flames lick around it. And it's like there's some resin on it dripping from the ceiling, and it catches fire, and its body is kind of got a little nimbus of flame across the surface of it. The skin of this creature looks biomechanical. Its teeth look metallic. There's a liquid dripping from it. The humidity is gathering on its body and dripping off as it's hanging from kind of almost the ceiling, staring at you, but you're like, right, who's next? Rose.
Yeah.
You are standing there, and stepping out into the room, which initiated the combat, is a queen alien. You don't know it's a queen, but this is a fucking huge alien, bigger than the ones you've seen before, more limbs, bigger crest, and it is screaming at Engels.
It's a bit larger than one of those cargo loaders.
Oh my god, Engels, you're such a dick, says the queen.
It's a little bit larger than one of those cargo power loaders.
Get away from him, you bitch!
I'm gonna chew on my cheroot. I'm gonna say, "Do you feel lucky?" And then I'm gonna shoot it with my pulse rifle.
Are you going full auto?
Full auto.
Take a point of
Give me
stress
give me the
first.
+2. Yeah. Oh yeah. Stress.
Totally worth it.
Oh yeah.
Stress.
You can see that there seems to be some sort of small
Does it count as a large
sack
creature?
hanging off the back of its body.
I would have thought that would be a large creature.
Does that count as a large creature?
I would bloody well hope so.
It's got to be pretty hard to miss. That thing's enormous.
It's a large target, which is +2, but I think you count as engaged.
No.
Surely
Really?
Engels is engaged.
Oh no, Engels is
hasn't even
engaged. Sorry,
proposed.
yes, you're at close range, but not engaged.
Oh, Engels
Short
is
range.
getting
Engels is going to get acid again.
Well, it's
what I'm here for.
face to face with Engels. The scene is like, and
It's
Engels
going to
is
get
like,
shot
"Ah!"
by Rose, and I'm going to get
Did you
sprayed
take
with
aim, Rose,
acid.
by the way?
Hey.
Did you take aim with that? For another +2?
No, because I figured that actually, because we were pushing that thing out the way. We were,
Yeah.
I was literally going to have to grab my gun and pull it
Sure.
up. So
Sure.
I
Yeah,
didn't
sure,
really
makes sense.
aim
So-
was going to be.
Okay.
What does full auto
I love
do
it when
besides
players
giving you stress?
It gives me
Almost
+2.
disadvantage themselves for
Well,
narrative.
yeah,
You got
I mean,
+2 because
I got
it's
+2
large.
'cause I've literally.
Oh,
Well,
so
I got
that's
+2 'cause
your attack roll
I got
there.
+2 because it was full auto.
Okay, so you've done
So I
3,
Yeah, pull the trigger.
and your base damage is 2,
Base damage is 2.
so you do 4 points of damage.
2. So the first one is the hit.
Does it get a
and the other
minus
two-
1? Oh, the first one's hitting, isn't it?
The first one.
The first one is hitting, then 2 extra.
So what does the full auto bit do?
Gives him more dice.
Yeah, and also I can if I shoot if the first hit shoots one guy and kills him, I can basically spray.
Well, you
So
have
I can
to,
walk
you can
fire.
dish it out. So each of those
Use the
hits,
next-
you could say that's 2 damage on 3
That's right.
people, rather than 4 damage on 1.
What are you going to do about ammo checks?
Well, we'll
You
figure
gonna
that
do
out in a
them?
minute.
I don't think we're going to last long enough to make that.
Don't
Wait
worry about
until
that.
you
Hope
need
it-
it
don't-
most, and then you'll be run out.
Cool.
Beowulf Reborn said, "My second death prediction is about to come true. Engels dies to acid spray." Smiley face. Okay, right. So the Queen, you go, and the Queen gets to roll her armor. Now your
Remember,
armor.
it's
halved.
I knew you were going to say that. Do you
However,
wanna
it's
know
probably
how
got
many
like
dice?
15 armor.
Nearly.
AP half
Like
armor.
10 or something. It's mental.
She just cancelled out 3 points of the 4 damage.
Oh right.
So you go, and some of your shots ricochet off of the bony exoskeleton, and this hard, there's something almost metallic about the structure of this creature, and like the bullets bounce off, but you hear, and there is like acid goes, psh,
Poor Engels.
your angles.
It's fine. Really, it's fine.
I mean,
acid splash.
you've
10.
been asked. Oh no!
Wow, so one bullet does a lot of acid.
So is the armor like ablative? As in, for instance, if you shoot someone so the Queen has just taken 3 points of armor have just soaked my weapon.
It doesn't degrade.
Doesn't degrade.
No.
Only acid degrades armor.
He's got another reroll. I wish him luck. Okay.
Is one wound Engels trying to survive? Some
Now
acid
I'm
splash?
actually this round Engels isn't going to get splashed with acid because of where Rose is in relation to Engels. They are completely different sides of the Queen. So I'm not going to say that this wound causes acid to spray on Engels. If it was a small creature, then I'd say, yeah, that's fine because you shoot a creature near Engels. But this thing is big. So, shoot the arse of it, someone by the face of it isn't going to get acid in the face. So, Engels, you hear suddenly there's a flame going on around you. Right. Okay, so we're going to say, just to help you guys out a little bit, that the Praetorian is on the lower initiative numbers and the Queen is on the 8 and 9. I think that's kind of fair.
Wait,
Because
did I set fire
Praetorian
to a
sounds so
Praetorian?
helpful, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that was the one
Oh,
that was
sorry,
looking
did I say that out loud? You hurt it a lot. You really hurt it. Don't worry.
Yeah, now it's angry. Great.
Now it's super fucking angry.
and
And it's like,
it's really pissed off now.
and it moves into engaged range with Mac and Shepherd.
So
Have you
does it
considered
take its
sticking
flame
your thumb
damage?
right up its arse?
Sorry?
Does it take its flame damage at the start of its round or at the start of everyone's round?
Start of the whole
No.
round, I think.
It's taken damage this round. Next round, it'll take more damage.
Flame.
So when we go back to the initiative
That makes
order,
sense.
you do flame damage. Okay, so it moves into your zone. Mark, which of the two people, Mac or Shepherd, is the alien going to attack?
Oh, I wonder who.
Could be.
Well, I
to
mean,
be honest.
Mac
You
just
both tried
flamed
to kill
it,
him.
so.
I mean, I did flame it. It makes sense.
This is another one of those situations where I think it's difficult to differentiate between personal knowledge and in character knowledge.
Are you saying whoever wins, we
I know.
lose?
You don't have to. Mark. Just pick one.
I think the alien is going to go for whoever it perceives as the aggressor, which is going to be the one that just set it on fire.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Right. So, in that case, Mark, please roll 1d6.
How?
On your
It's the button
on your
sheet,
character
you
sheet.
should have a 1d6 button.
Oh, I closed it because I'm dead. Hang on.
You can also do /roll 1d6 or click on the dice on roll 20 and press the d6 button.
Oh, D6.
Do the one on the character sheet. It's yellow. It's cool.
Right. There you go.
1. Okay.
I'm dead.
It lands on the floor.
Is that what it does?
And
Yeah.
it screams at the top of its lungs, almost like a velociraptor calling the other velociraptors.
Oh, crap.
Mark, roll 1d6.
Oh no!
I thought this would be crap, but this is actually horribly horrible. Okay, you hear seething and moving and from around the room and from the chamber upstairs. That's its go. Okay.
That's what you get.
Who's next? Shepherd. This thing is standing there going.
Okay,
Burn
can
it
I
some
move?
more.
Can I move out of engaged range?
You can. You'd either need to move down the ramp, or into the recess, or into the area where the Queen is.
Towards the ramp,
Okay, so you move onto the ramp. You can still see everything.
and then I'm gonna.
Mac, Shepherd's running away.
No, I just don't
mean,
want to get sprayed.
Mac will be running away shortly as well.
And I'm
Mac is
gonna
not a commissar.
I'm gonna open up on full auto.
Aren't you using your incinerator?
I think I might
Fall
hit
back.
you if I do. Though.
I'd rather be hit by fire than acid.
Apone. No, sorry, go on.
I'm assuming if I fire the incinerator, it will hit Mac.
No.
Oh, okay. In which
It's
case,
like
I'll...
it's a
A
I
steady
mean, and
stream.
you've got yours gaffer taped together, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In
So-
which case, I'll fire the incinerator at the Praetorian.
Okay, cool. Let's go. I think
So-
we do need to have a roll to hit, but then we roll fire intensity for the damage.
Yeah, I felt that's what we were doing last time. We were rolling to hit, adding the bonuses to the base damage, and then doing the fire incinerator. Because I thought they
But
only
the
caught fire if you
incinerator
actually
says
hit.
it's a damage 2.
Yeah. So it adds
So
the 2
do you
damage
just
to
roll
it.
9 dice for the flamethrower, and if you get it, I suppose it's like rolling to hit, isn't it? You
I
may
think
not.
the thing is,
all right, so I
is
hit,
basically
and I
it
didn't panic.
flames a whole area. There is no needing to roll to hit because
No,
if
because
you're
it's
in
a
the
steady.
area of flame,
It's a
Okay, yeah.
stream, isn't it?
It's an area weapon.
yeah, you
So
basically just hit
basically, you
everything.
point it at a creature, and you go, and then you roll the 9 dice to see if you hurt it.
Yeah.
So ignore what happened there. We're going to roll the 9 dice.
I mean,
Okay.
I'd say that was 9 dice.
Oh, that was 9 dice, wasn't it?
That was 9 dice. Yeah.
That was 9 dice. So you got 1 success. So you
Oh, okay. All right.
So
Yeah,
you-
we'll go with
so you
that.
hit it for 2 points of damage because its base damage is 2.
Oh, hang on. Doesn't that add 1? Because you just said we auto hit.
I think you need a success to hit it.
So confused.
You don't know
about
what's
that, man.
going on anymore.
So you need at least
It
1
doesn't
success
really
to
clear
hit
it up in the rules
It doesn't
about
clear it
how
up
the
in the rules.
incinerator
So
works.
I'm going to make a ruling right now. We roll fire intensity almost like a roll to hit. The first one gives you 2 points of damage. So you're actually better off, Roger, because right now if you follow the fire intensity rules, you've done 1 damage. So your first one does 2 points of damage, and every success beyond that gives you another point of damage. If this is wrong, then we'll find out post-game and correct. However, that's how
We'll
we're
edit
going
in post.
We'll we'll do some re-rolls. We'll do the Snyder cut. Right. So everything's moody. Right. So you hit. You got 1 success. So you hit for 2 points of damage, which is the base damage of the incinerator unit.
It adds fire intensity because it's getting hit by more. I don't
Sorry?
know how that works. If you shoot something that's already on fire with more fire, does the fire intensity increase?
No.
But it does
Two
per
separate
round,
lots
doesn't
of
it?
intense fire
It's
to
just-
deal with.
It's just fire. It's on fire. It's already on fire. You can't
Oh,
like.
no, I
nick
was
it.
just curious. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no. I
Yeah.
There's no rule for that.
Oh
There's no
no,
rule
I'm
for
on
how
double fire.
I'm on double fire. It's
Yeah,
not,
I mean
it's not
the
Woothrup.
intensity does increase at the beginning of the round, though, doesn't it?
It does
It
each
does, yeah.
round.
The longer
yes.
it's on fire,
Now,
yeah.
obviously, if someone stops taking damage from fire, it goes away. So you want to
Yeah.
keep flaming them. So you.
Keep them.
I set the fire
Yeah,
on
I
fair
just
enough.
want to
fire.
Everyone
fire.
said,
I
set
want a
the
fire
fire on
section
fire.
on it.
Okay, right. So I need to roll my fire armor, which is 5 dice. So you've done me 2 damage, and I need to roll 5 dice.
So you take
And
one.
I got 1 success, so I take 1 point of damage. Where'd I put my pen? Here we go. I'm actually writing this down. Look at that. Old school. Yeah, so it's hurt. It's like, and Mac, you'll see this jet of fire come in, flick over the exterior of its body, and it is clearly in serious pain. Right, next it is the Queen.
Did you draw a card for Jensen, by the way?
I didn't draw a card for Jensen. You're absolutely right. Here we go. I'm going to deal 1 to Mark then, because then that's a separate person. Or here we go. Let's deal 1. It's likely going to be lower, isn't it?
I
Mark, I'm
suppose
just going to
Jensen-
deal this to you, so
Okay.
it's to a separate person, so it doesn't get mixed up.
You can say that she was caught by surprise by the first round, and thus that's why she's missed it.
Well,
I have to do anything with that.
No. Can you flip it? Can you go and click on it?
And then what?
It should then appear for me. No. Can you drag it onto the desktop, the tabletop? Aha! Okay, right, cool. So she was a 3. So we'll just have her. We'll have
She
her
could just
go.
jump in now, I guess.
She can just jump in now before the queen, which is probably a good time for her to jump in. Rose, if you could make a ranged combat. What is your ranged combat?
My range is 2.
And your agility is?
My agility is 4.
Okay, Holder. Mark, can you adjust your agility to 4 and your ranged combat to 3?
Maybe.
Please.
It's like asking Simon to do tech things.
Do you want me to just do
No,
it?
no. I want Mark to roll.
Agility
Poor
4,
old Mark has to sit there watching while you guys fight
No,
these
I'm
things.
good.
So
You
I
know
wanted
what?
to-
Do you know what? It's fine. I was distracted anyway because I've just had a notification from YouTube that somebody's uploaded a cover of one of my songs.
What? Wow. Interesting.
So I apologise for being slightly distracted.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Agility what? Sorry. Oh, hang on. I'm on the wrong thing. Agility 4, range combat 3.
And then roll it.
What, both?
Yeah. Oh, and stress 3.
Oh, stress 3. Is it just me, or is the stress thing on the character sheet on Roll20 complete jank?
It's a
had a-
little bit weird. You have to notch it up and down, and you
It
can
just
do each one individually.
To respond when you click on it. Stress 3, range combat 3, agility 4. So I'm rolling ranged combat.
Yes.
Is he using a pulse rifle?
It's +2.
Yeah. Full auto +2.
So I just put
And you can aim. And you can aim as well.
Yeah, so when you get
+4.
modifiers, put 2.
And it's a large creature.
Actually,
It's large
it's-
and
plus
yeah,
six.
so
it gets
6.
another one. Plus
And
another
also,
one.
a pulse rifle just gets a basic bonus 1 as well.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot that
Oh,
one.
right,
Yeah.
sorry. Hang on a second.
I'm
Pulse
gonna
rifle
take
1.
the stress.
Aim. Pulse rifle
Aim-
1.
This is where the
Aim
stress comes
2.
from, Mark.
Large creature 2. +5 to your
7.
roll.
So
So
I
What
it's
about
just-
full auto?
Plus full auto.
plus full
7.
auto. So +7 to your roll.
+7. Yeah. I
Just
did
put
my
in 7 in
few
that little
dice.
box.
Is it a 7 or a +7? I can never remember.
No,
Seven,
just
not
7.
a plus
Just
7.
7.
Oh, it's
Just
just
7.
7. Yeah.
It's only negative if you're taking away.
So I don't.
No, some of the games on Roll20 require you to put a plus in for the positive things. So, whoa, okay.
Now she can push. Remember, she can push.
From
So
what?
so she can keep all the good dice, push, to re-roll all the bad ones.
So you can roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
So
8, 9, 10,
12
11,
and-
12, 13,
12 and 1 stress.
14.
Take 2 of the stress off, yeah.
13 dice.
Yeah.
So
and
roll
one-
13 d6.
And the last
I do
one's
that
the stress,
main
I guess.
thing, don't I?
Yeah.
So do I just do like 5, 5, and 3?
If you want to, that'll work. 1.
Oh man,
So 1.
13 dice and getting
So you got
one
4
hit.
successes in
Yeah.
total. So your weapon has a base damage of 2, plus 3, so that's 5 damage. Okay.
Let's see how much gets through.
Did we want that to happen? I don't even know which.
Yeah, no,
character
that's great.
it
That's great.
was. Sorry.
That's Jensen
all
just
right.
It's a
unloading
Marine
with the
Lieutenant.
pulse
Literally
rifle, yeah.
just unloaded.
Oh,
So it
only
takes
1.
4.
Takes 4 points of damage. The elephant squeal erupts through the room and like acid sprays away.
That's got to be some serious stress from an alien queen screaming.
Yeah.
Oh, what, you mean
everyone,
for us?
everyone in the room takes a point of stress. Go for it.
Yeah.
I like that the screaming's the stressful bit, not the fact that we're being swarmed.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want me to add
1. Yep.
point of stress
Yeah.
to whoever
To
that
Jensen.
was?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Jensen. All right, cool.
You're kind of covering Jensen a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
Now you're going to rip it to pieces.
Now it's the Queen. Right. So, the first thing we're going to do, Mark, to decide the Queen's intentions, we're going to roll a d6, a 1
I'd
to
love
2.
to decide the Queen's intentions.
A
It's
1
old
to 2.
Parliament.
A 1 to 2 is attack. A 1 to 2 is attack Engels. A 3 to 4 is attack Rose, and a 5 to 6 is attack Jensen.
So I'll roll a d6.
Oh, gone for Jensen. So that last shot that tore into her. So she will have to move on 8 to get into engaged range, and then
Live
on
another
initiative.
round.
No, because she gets 2.
Oh, I don't live another
So on
round.
initiative 9, we
She
now
rolls to see
hang
what
on.
She does.
Hang on. We now roll 1d6 to see what the queen does.
Don't be a one.
Both.
3. Oh,
Is she going to tear herself to pieces in an
beastly
acid attack?
bite. The xenomorph takes a huge bite from its victim. The attack is rolled with 10 base dice. Damage 1. If the attack causes any damage, it inflicts critical injury 61, even if the victim isn't broken, triggering a panic roll. An injury roll 61
Did you say everything above a certain number is
is
dead?
ruptured jugular.
Yeah.
Time limit 1 round. Your healing time is 2d6 days. It's fatal. Hang on, it's fatal,
I
and
think
you've got,
2d6
and
days
you
of
can
ruptured
recover in.
jugular.
No, you
Okay,
can recover
so-
if someone gets to you inside one
Mark.
round to provide medical aid.
Oh shit!
If
Okay.
someone gets on her and immediately
Immediately
covers the
clamps it.
wound, she
Okay,
can live.
right. So
10 base dice, 1d10 or 10d6?
so roll 10d6.
Right, okay.
Oh,
You only got 1.
Only got
okay,
1.
but her armor could
She
save
gets
her right
armor.
now.
Oh yeah, she's got 6
Got
armor.
5
plus
armor.
bearing this-
I got
Nice.
a reroll earlier on.
Oh no!
You've got to use it, Pete.
So
You've got to use the
Mark, can you
reroll.
please reroll
Oh.
9 dice?
Ben,
No,
that
don't you
was
have
your
to re-roll
fault.
them
Oh
all?
no, I do have to reroll the whole thing.
Reroll the whole
Yeah,
thing.
He's
reroll.
deliberately misinterpreting what that reroll was for.
Sorry,
That was in
reroll
case
the
she
whole
did
thing.
something successful.
I've got to roll 10d6 again.
Ben, you had 1 job.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh.
Okay.
Ben,
3 successes. Right. Okay.
You just
So
killed the marine.
what's her
Ben.
armor?
6.
6.
Damn it, that was my backup character.
She's got a chance.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh!
She took 1 point of damage. The queen turns
Can she
around.
push?
There's a
Oh, can she?
not
oh no,
on
you
armor.
can't push armor.
Not on armor.
No.
So and the queen turns around and like the bite comes out, clamps into Jensen's neck. Arterial blood sprays across Marshall Rose's face, and she goes and falls backwards like.
You can still
frantically.
save her, Rog.
No, I
well,
can't. I'm not
no,
close
he's
enough.
2 zones away.
Oh dear.
Okay, so
This is all on you, Ben.
Engels,
You are legitimately
Your
the
go.
only one who can.
just keeping it real for a moment.
Oh God, do I
You know,
save
the-
Jensen or do I keep working?
Save the marine.
I mean, think about it, at the end of the day, our primary mission is to turn off the thing.
Yeah.
But Engels, sorry, I should say, with the chair moving into position, the bioelectric field has gone.
Aha. In which case I shall leap to Jensen's side and provide medical aid.
Okay, I thought you were going to say leap and run away.
No, I'm going to try and save
I mean,
Jensen.
Has
hang on.
Engels confirmed this to everybody that this is turned
Hasn't
off?
said anything. You're on the chair, and between you and Jensen is the queen alien. So you'll need to go round the queen.
Do you know the safest place?
I don't
On
know
her
if this-
back.
That would be amazing. The scientist on the
Steve
queen's
Irwin
back with the PDAT trying to smack her on the head.
Ice pick.
Um,
Ice pick.
It's not like she's got a giant slashy tail or anything.
Or acid blood if you actually somehow hurt it.
What do you want
I'm
to do?
still going to try and get to Jensen and do medical aid
Okay,
because that's the right thing
you
to
can
do.
do that. You are now in engaged range again with
I
the
understand.
alien queen.
The
and
consequences of this action.
But you have to pass your medical aid roll in order to provide medical attention.
I
Come on.
do.
Don't let Mark go through another character.
Here we go. Medical aid.
Here we go.
Any modifiers? I have got a medical kit.
No, I was going to give you a penalty, but because you got a medical kit, it's neutral. I mean, you're like rushing, and there's a queen alien leaning over your shoulder.
I
You
succeeded.
succeeded. Okay, so you clamp. You're like, as you're running over, you're like pulling out like this big stick-on
Pressure
bandage thing, and you
bandage.
just like on her neck. Blood sprays over your face, like, and you're like in the shadow of the alien queen. You freak out.
Yes, I imagine so.
Let's have a
Do you want me
panic
to make
roll.
a panic roll?
Yes, please.
Can't imagine that
This
would be a nice
amazing. I want you
scenario.
to go berserk. I want
Yeah,
a
I was
14.
literally to say,
Come on.
he's about to
This
go
would be
berserk.
amazing. Oh, 9.
Oh, I dropped
Could've-
something.
Could have picked
This
up
would be the only
Peter
thing I
off
do.
on
I
the
drop
floor.
something or I shout into the
Drop,
void.
you drop your
Drop the
P.
P down and it
You drop
breaks
the P down
completely.
and
It's
it's
so
fully smashed and broken. It's like completely in smithereens, and
Why
you
do you
gain
carry it
1
in your
point of
hand?
stress. It's in his pocket. It just like drops out, like on
But the only
floor.
thing I was
you
holding in
look
my
down like,
hands was her throat, and I
"Ah."
can't easily drop that.
No, you're kind of
y-
on top.
You
of
know
it.
what I could have said is you drop the medical kit,
Or his air canister.
but that would have been no.
Hey, from the man who's been smoking a cigar for 20 minutes.
I'm not been smoking a cigar for 20
No,
minutes.
he's been smoking a cigar for about 5 minutes. He's probably
Oh, okay.
hyperventilating at the moment.
Why do you think you walked into the room and
Yeah.
started shooting random things?
Okay, so you drop the PDAT smashes into tiny pieces on the floor.
Good
In
news,
fact,
though,
it
I
drops,
can't
no,
take
it
much more
drops
stress.
to the floor, and the queen's foot crushes it. But
Now
you
it's personal.
bandage Jensen's neck so that she's not dead. But she's lying on the floor.
I mean, she's not going anywhere.
She's not going anywhere. She's not doing anything. She's like on the floor. And Rose is standing over you, like,
Grenade loaded.
okay, right.
We're a bit close for the grenade, to be honest.
Just a little bit. We cut to the interior of another spaceship. The Gould, the USCMC Gould. And we see a figure climbing into the cockpit of a dropship. Hang on 1 second. I need to go back to the faces screen, really. I don't know why I've got the map going. Here we go. And Birch, the android, climbs into the pilot's seat of the dropship. Buckles in.
Because that's clever, because it's not Ash.
That's not what the reference is.
The reference is mothership. And
Thought it was
Hey.
mothership.
the bay
That
doors.
teach me, won't it?
The bay doors open. Whoop, 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 whoop. And the dropship, the clamp lets go, and the dropship falls down into the atmosphere. And Mark, Birch, the android, your new character, is piloting the dropship. And you have been given information about the colony below. There seems to be something going on in the colony. However, the monoliths, which are a much more interesting target, have been shrouded in some kind of dampening field, jamming signal recently, but it's as you're heading down into the atmosphere, that seems to clear up. And you can pick up radio chatter coming from that area.
Mainly swearing.
Mainly
Did I
swearing.
hear someone screaming for a whole minute?
You don't quite catch that. You don't quite catch that. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? But you're plummeting the like in Aliens, coming down, and the arms go fold out, and you fly in, and you're heading down towards the alien monoliths, and you can see as you get closer a rover parked outside one of them, a crash shuttle, and from inside that monolith, lights and flashing of activity. And we're going to leave tonight's episode there.
Oh no!
Cool. Okay, cool. So, sorry, it's getting a bit late, and I thought that my players need to go to sleep, and it's perfect time. There weren't any more deaths yet, so it's time to bring in Birch. Okay, right. Thank
He's
you.
going to kill us all.
Thank
So
you,
the implication
players.
here is that we're all about to die because Birch is going to
Idiot.
kill us.
Why do you always assume that my characters have bad intentions?
Because you've got a very strong history of having bad intentions.
This is workplace bullying. I would like HR representation, please.
Oh,
Birch
I'm your
bet-
HR representative.
Hey, Birch
pay you.
betrayed
This
us.
isn't workplace
Your
bullying.
holder betrayed us. I'm just saying. It's a bit of a trend going on.
Okay.
And, there was another one as well.
Your tech priest, he didn't betray us, but only because he didn't get chance.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
that was lovely.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Your other character was also called Rose, Mark, if you hadn't.
In the other mothership.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, and he
been a-
betrayed us too.
He definitely did.
Well, he definitely betrayed everyone.
Brothers from
Thank you,
another
everyone,
mothership.
for joining us. Thank you, players, for leaning heavily into the alien world once again. It's been a fantastic session. And we had a death, but a rebirth. And who knows what's about to happen inside the monolith. I don't think we have enough time tonight to finish that encounter, so we shall save it for next week. Thank you everyone for joining us. That's been a lot of fun. Please don't forget to go and check out all our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Insta. Join us on our Discord. We're talking about this show on there in our Alien channel. We've got channels for our Pathfinder game. We have a Mutant Year Zero game that just started, and Ben managed to kill off one of our new guests in their first session. But he's going to make a new character, so that's fine. But we have the arc for our Mutant Year Zero game going on in the Discord. So people are building up the society that our players are trying to help.
Yeah, if you want to
and work for.
influence the missions and the sects and groups that they're doing
Absolutely.
stuff for, get yourselves in there, become a mutant, and
Ask to be
influence-
mutated, and I shall mutate you, and you will join the arc.
yeah, and then you can influence what the players get
Yes.
sent out to
Yeah.
do.
There's votes and all kinds of stuff, and I'm about to go a bit crazy in there. So now the game's
Plus,
started,
30
we
to
can-
50 feral hogs.
Not like that. Not that crazy. Check out Path of the Pilgrim. Check out Mutant Year Zero. Check out our other shows on YouTube. And also check out our Patreon. All the people who support us, and we have nearly 50 patrons at time of recording. You guys are all fantastic, awesome people. You make all of this possible from all the software, gear, kit, and equipment that we have. And if you want some alien maps and you're a big alien fan, then become an adventurer tier, $4 a month or more, and you will get all the maps that we've done in this show, plus Tears of the Dreamer, loads of other stuff. There's games on there, there's settings, there's free stuff. So even if you don't want to sign up, go and check it out. There's a load of free stuff, and that's all cool.
I'll get Pete to put a link in for my itch page as well, in case you want to download a copy of a very silly one-page game about a group of goblins trying to steal sausages.
And the game is called
Goblins, Quest for Sausages.
Yeah, excellent. I think we should do a one-shot on the channel. Cool. And we have coming up, once Alien finishes, I'm not sure when it's going to finish, we play each session as if it's our last, and we never know when it's going to end.
It's been our last session for the last 3 sessions. It's
It
quite
has.
draining.
About 10 minutes into the next one, I think.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, given what just happened to Jensen, yeah, I think that's probably correct.
But after Alien, we're going to have an AD&D 2nd edition Dragonlance game. And I'm also thinking about a Star Trek game or a Traveller game. I'm not sure. Also, there's a possibility of me doing more Alien, because I'm fucking loving this game. And if you can't tell, what happened in tonight's episode is supposed to be a doorway to a wider campaign. But anyway, less about that. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We've been Garblad Games. Hopefully, we've been able to entertain you during these weird times that we're all living in. Please stay safe and don't forget to tune in next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for all of our shows. Thank you very much, everybody. You've been awesome. And we'll see you next week.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Bye-bye.